Have you ever wondered whether AI can design and guide your IP strategy? If you're building a high growth company, the answer to that question could determine whether your IP becomes a billion-dollar weapon or just expensive regret. I'll tell you what AI can do exceptionally well and where it falls apart completely. If IP strategy were simply pattern recognition, AI would be perfectly suited for it. Large language models do this extremely well. They analyze patterns across enormous amounts of information and generate recommendations based on those patterns. And to be fair, that's already incredibly useful. If you ask AI questions like, can this be patented? What are the filing requirements? How much would this cost? What are common mistakes companies make? You'll often get solid answers. Why? Because AI can scrape and process massive amounts of publicly available information. The problem is this: public information is usually correct, usually safe, and usually boring. It reflects consensus thinking, and your business is not like all the rest. The good news is that more than 60% of companies in your field probably don't even have a coherent IP strategy. So even if you just take generalized AI-generated advice and implement it properly, you will already outperform the clueless majority. That alone can create value. Over the years, I've created billions of dollars in value for my clients, and I've written 3 best-selling books on IP strategy. In fact, I'm convinced that an AI-powered version of my frameworks, a kind of a mini Rayo in your pocket, could dramatically improve the strategic position of many founders at a very low cost. And I genuinely think founders should use AI tools like that, because informed founders make better decisions than uninformed founders. This will put you ahead of 60% of your competitors. But let me challenge you. Do you just want to be better than average? Or do you want to build an exceptional company? Because investors are not looking for slightly above average. They are searching for asymmetric opportunities found in the top 1%. They want companies that have defensible advantages that competitors cannot copy easily. And that's where generic AI advice starts to break down. I already mentioned that general information is correct, safe, and boring. The stinger is that it's also insufficient. And if you reply to an investor with an incomplete answer, you won't have a second chance to fix your credibility. Here's the hidden problem with the data that trains those AI models. AI mainly sees visible outcomes. It sees what successful companies did publicly. But strategy is not just about what's visible, it's the invisible reasoning behind the moves. When I work with a client, I might consider 100 possible strategic tools, and then I may deliberately choose only 10. But from the outside, observers may only notice 3 of them because of survivorship bias and attribution bias. People look at a successful company and say, Tesla succeeded because of these 3 visible things, but they're missing the dozens of invisible strategic decisions underneath. That is why blind imitation is dangerous, because the visible strategy may not even have been the decisive factor. Imagine 2 biotech companies. Both file patents, both raise funding, both use AI-generated best practices. But one company structures its filing specifically to create acquisition leverage with 3 likely buyers 5 years in advance. The other simply files patents because that's what biotechnology companies are supposed to do. On paper, both companies have patents. Strategically, they're worlds apart. AI will absolutely dominate routine IP work when it comes to low-level analysis, basic queries, prior art searching, initial drafting assistance, and pattern recognition. And honestly, that's fantastic. It lowers barriers. It reduces cost. It democratizes access to information. It may even generate novel combinations or ideas that humans might otherwise overlook. But we are now living in a world with an overwhelming amount of information. Information alone is no longer a competitive advantage. we need to consider context, application, judgment. And the companies that will win will not necessarily be the ones with the most patents, but the ones with the most intelligently aligned strategy. Because competitive strategy involves ambiguity, negotiation, influence, timing, creativity, and asymmetric bets on future human behavior. And those are still profoundly human domains, at least for now. And if you want to get a bit smarter about IP strategy, check out this video.